Previously on Royalty Reality TV show. Royalties started their day with a one-on-one diary session with the Royal Enforcer, where they had the opportunity to express themselves with regards to the surprise eviction and had the chance to solicit for votes to keep them till the final day. The royalties then proceeded to have a leadership seminar from a guest speaker in the person of Dr. Osita Anyemeka.
Hi, my name is Osita Anyemeka, and I am Dean of Studies at the Central Bank of Nigeria Vocational and Entrepreneurship Development Center in Delta State.
Now me dey run now.
No, which one is that?
Oh, na house food. Okay, na house food. We go chop am. No worry, we go chop am together. Are you okay now?
Royal reality, Royal reality, this is reality,
The royalties started their day with a nice dip in the pool to ease from the stress of the thought of the final eviction. The royalties were then tasked to represent 6 political parties, present their different ideologies that makes them unique.
Following that up, I think I don't know if we could throw more light on the pre-biography of our party and the other like background, the roots of how the party started and where we are now. Then talk about where we are today.
Okay.
So I think my colleague should.
In the 2019 general elections, out of 109 senatorial seats, our party produced Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, who represented Anambra South Senatorial District, having him been the first candidate to win a senatorial seat in the National Assembly under YPP. Meanwhile, in same 2019, our said party, YPP, produced the presidential candidates in person of Professor Kingsley Moghalu, who was the former Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. He came alongside his vice, who happened to be a very powerful man from the north, Mrs. Umar Abdullahi Getso.
So I would like you to throw more light on why he's fully capable to govern this country.
First and foremost, he's out for the youth, for the young generation. Yes, he's a new face in the block, and that's what we need now in Nigeria. We've gotten so used to the old faces, dirty promises, nothing coming out, no realistic evidence from all of these very dirty promises. This is a new face in the block, and then representing the young progressive party, sincerely, this is just who we want. We want the new face, the new promises. Let's start off from seeing the things he has already done, the seminars he has held, the financial support he's giving to young people. I think right now I want to deal with a new angel. I'll leave it at that.
We all know who he is. The social media is saying a lot about him, but we still want the general public. So just tell us about him.
Peter Obi actually is the man for the job. He's young, he's vibrant, he's what we need at the moment in Nigeria. In the past years, we have been experiencing some set of persons or party. We need something different from what we have been seeing so far. We need something new. We just don't need a party. We need someone who understands the masses, who understands what the youth wants. So I think Peter Obi is the man for the job.
Okay. All right. So what's it to defend your political ideology, Labour Party?
Okay. Labour Party, like we all know, to some people, they started hearing about Labour Party because of Peter Obi, but then it was created in 2002, formerly known as PSD, Party for Social Democracy, before it was changed to Labour Party. The party was built on the ideology of social democracy, and one of the aim of the party is to achieve social justice.
Okay, so what political party are you representing?
NNPP.
Okay, so who's your flag bearer?
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Oh, please kindly tell us about him.
Okay.
Okay. Rabiu Kwankwaso is a man that's from Kano State. He was born 21st of October 1956, and also became the first governor in Kano in 1999 to 2003, which he also became Minister of Defense during the leadership of Olusegun Obasanjo. I would say he's a populist, and he's also the man of the people, and he has done a quite number of things in Kano State. Only to mention but a few, and my colleague will take it from there.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso have done a lot for Kano State. That is the reason why Kano State cannot forget him. He established the Northwest University in Kano. He constructed over four overhead bridge in Kano, and over 44 local governments. He constructed the road, and he introduced the covering of drainage in Kano, and he opened school. He's the first northern governor that introduced free education and free food and uniform in the school. And over the years, then we are having almost 1,000 students, and now we are having almost 3,000 students in the school because of the free education that he gave to his people. And there's so many things. He gave scholarship to postgraduates, undergraduates, and so many things that he have been doing.
So, APC being the leading party right now, do you think with all the whole problems, snags that people are complaining from their present governments, do you think they have a shot at the forthcoming election?
Well, thank you. I would say yes, because Tinubu is like a father, and he understands anything that has to do with political aspects very well, and I feel he will pull through.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so there is an uproar in the media that your political flag bearer is aged, and Nigerians are finding it onerous to trust him with that responsibility to govern this country in the future. So how do you think he can correct that narrative?
Well, with his good job that he has actually done in Lagos State, like creation of job opportunities for youth and good roads in Lekki. So I feel that fatherly aspect of him will help him lead very well and know the good things to do, and also make the people understand that yes, he is good for the job since he is into it. He's not like a different person. He's already into politics and he understands it very well. And I also feel he will manage the financial aspect when it comes to political aspect too, because we Nigerians want someone that will manage our money very well, so that for it to reach us too, so that we can also benefit from it.
Okay, so what is your political party goals and objective?
Growth. Going by the track records, growth.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you enlighten us how strong your political structure is, your political party structure is, to emerge victorious in the forthcoming election?
Yes. Like I said, growth. I mentioned growth earlier. If you want to know the prospect of anything, you check the track record in terms of growth. As a matter of fact, Herbert Spencer says, living thing is distinguished from a dead thing by the multiplicity of changes at any moment taking place in it. The growth, the change, there is growth in perspective. That simply tells you change or growth is the evidence of life, and that is what APGA has depicted over the years, beginning from 2003. Yes, when it started with just 2 seats out of 360 seats in the House of Reps. If you come to 2011, you notice APGA candidate became the governor in Imo State, and like that. So you could trace the track record of growth, and that's why we are quite optimistic that this in the coming election, there's every possibility that APGA will emerge in the presidency.
Drinking water is a vital part of a working day, and having the right water source at work keeps you hydrated all day. That's why we at Seaway make our products with one of the best and latest technology in water purification across West Africa. As a corporate customer, you are guaranteed free quarterly Seaway dispenser machine servicing, supplies with Seaway new or clean bottles, and superb customer service care and support. At an affordable rate, you can place your order and begin to refreshingly work your way to a productive day.
Rush hour traffic. or a great spot to enjoy the view. A hot day or a chance to get closer. The regular motions of work or a moment for ingenuity and unexpected creativity. Because when you look, there's joy to be found anywhere, and joy will find you. Fan Milk.
Jim Speckle Travel Hub. It's your go-to travel service provider. Any day, anytime. A travel service you can trust. We offer travel bookings, tour packages, hotel reservations, visa advisory, and lots more. We're located at plot 1041, Kuru Mohammed Avenue, Central Business District, Abuja. For more information, please call +234 802 849 9254 or +234 814 304 8726 or visit www.jimspeckletravelhub.com. Visit social media at Jim Speckle Travels. Jim Speckle Travel Hub. Your happiness is our pride.
The royalties then had time to bond and share their life-changing stories and experiences.
I did the cooking to the washing, going to the market to get foodstuffs and the rest. And I will still go and do my side hustle and raise little money that I will still support the house with. My dad remarried at 2013. Yeah. We were not that close, I and my dad. We were cat and rat. We never agreed. No, it's not like I was disrespectful to him, but I think we were not just compatible. I was the exact opposite of who he was. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he was just him. Yeah, so he got married, and the woman came home. That's my stepmother. Like we all know, if you try to pretend to be who you are not, you can only pretend for as long as you can. Then the real you will surface. Yes, she was actually nice from the beginning, but it got to a point. It changed. When she came to the house, I was working as a security guard with a company, Kingsguard Nigeria Limited, as a then. But I think things even got more difficult when she came down to the house. I had to switch jobs. That was when I learned how to fix phones. Yeah. Before I started fixing phones, I and my dad had a conversation where he said I had to go to school. I said yes, I was going to go to school, but I know what is going on in the house right now, and I had grown to an extent. I was an adult already. I could make certain decisions for myself. I could take care of myself to an extent, and even probably a part of my siblings. So why not spare me 1 year? Let me use this one. The 1 year, learn a good trade that could source me money when I go back to school.
I think my mom got married at the age of 15, and it was hell for them because the tragedy started with an accident, and then we left Anambra State, and then we came back to Imo State, and we became the villagers like we were never before. You know, we went to school with sleepers, sometimes none, and came back home. We eat things we are not used to, and all of that. And then he went back to Anambra State, leaving us behind with my grandmom, and later on he was kidnapped. For a year we didn't see him, nobody heard anything about him, and we were fatherless for a year plus. And then one day he just walked up to my grandfather all of a sudden, and everybody was surprised, and we welcomed him.
When I lost my good parent, we were 7 in numbers, 5 girls, 2 boys. and all of us are very little at that time. When they share all of us, I went to Kaduna to start staying with my auntie and the rest of my younger ones with my uncle in Kaduna too. I started staying with my auntie. I started staying with my auntie, which I did all the house chores and sometimes with beating on it, that she never see everything that I am doing. I can remember, let me just cut some of the story short. In her house, you cannot sleep in the afternoon. She said, he's a lazy person that slept in the afternoon.
I fell sick, malaria and typhoid. I got treated for a week or more. Immediately after my treatment, my sister too got ill. The one that went to the village, she also got ill. And I was like, okay, from me to you, okay, malaria. We all thought it's malaria. Though she went for tests, it was malaria and typhoid. Started treating malaria and typhoid. Days, weeks, it was still the same thing, no improvement. Started losing weight and all that. This thing is getting out of hand. Let's go to the hospital. We went to, one of our friends works in a lab. We went to the lab, said it's shortage of blood. Me, normally, I'm scared of injection, anything needle. I'm scared. They tested my blood, I'm O positive. Everything was clear. She begged me to donate blood. When they brought her the needle, size was too big. I started crying. She begged me that I should just try and do it for her so that she would get better. And because of the love I had for her, we shared so many things together. We shared our clothes together, our shoes, hair. We sleep on the same bed. I said, okay, she was my best friend. So I brought out my hand and started collecting my blood after which they transfused to her.
So, and my mom actually had, before this time, my mom actually had some medical issues, but we didn't know that it was getting so serious. And towards after my dad recovered from his own predicament, my mom came up, and then we started taking her to different hospitals and all of that. And I think my mom is actually the person behind my push for going into self-care and therapeutic services, because during her bad state of health, I was actually helping her run some therapeutic sessions, try and improve her. And my mom's situation was so serious. She had low blood pressure, was so serious that in the middle of the night, her breath kept ceasing. She couldn't sleep. She's always sitting up, because that period of time, I didn't know that was her last period of time that I was going to spend with her. Whenever I sleep with her in her room, I wake up in the middle of the night and I see my mom sitting up. If she tries to lie down, her breath ceases. She has seizure in breathing, And my mom was someone who couldn't really climb. She can't even climb from down here just to this first floor because of her health status, So we kept taking her to different hospitals, and the last hospital we went to was the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital in Port Harcourt. So at the initial time, she was the accident emergency unit. I never knew my mom was going to give up.
I went to Abia State. I started working in the laundry inside the school, inside Abia State University. One day, I gave somebody my sandals. I just said I should help him with my sandals. He wanted to go to early morning JSS class. That's what it's been called, because then I wasn't in school. So I didn't know what he went to use it for. When he came back, he gave me the sandals. So I was looking all wet and washed. I was like, okay, thank you. Initially, I wanted to wash the sandals. So when he gave me the sandals, I wore my sandals back. I started ironing. The next thing in the morning, I wore that sandals. It was a blue and white sandal. A lady just saw me, started looking at me from my leg to my head, 2 times. She went inside her hostel, called her friends. They came and they started calling me thief, 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 thief. I was like, thief, how? I'm a thief and I'm here. I didn't even answer them. I just continued doing what I was doing until they called some boys. They started beating me up and all that. They now said this particular Sanders was what the girl could recognize from the incident. Before then, they had already poured me petrol.
Out using water to quench the fire. Actually, the fire got me and also got my mom and destroyed some properties in the house. So my in-law, that's my sister's husband, took I and my mom to the hospital. When we reached to the hospital, the nurses took us and gave us a bed, then applied some injection that will help calm the pains and everything. So when the nurses applied the injection, after some minutes, the pains and everything dissolved. So we got discharged. We went back home. So the next morning, my mom called the herbalist, and the herbalist came and applied some medicine to both of us. Throughout that October, I didn't even walk, I didn't have my bath, I didn't even eat. So in November, by the special grace of God, everything starts getting better. At least I can walk.
They're busy demolishing people's house, so let's go quick before they come and scatter our property. So my dad, he had this friend named Beggar, Julius Beggar. So they came with this big Hilux. They packed all our car, everything. I was just looking at our house. I was like, so they are going to bring down the structure. My dad said yes. So that's if we went back to square one. Jesus. I don't even like talking about it. That was when we had to leave Gishiri to Nasarawa side, Kuchikau. Started from square one. Nowhere to go. And my mom is this strong woman that she stood by my dad. She never left him. And my dad was like, okay, I have small money with me. Let's rent an apartment and just start life from there. My mom said, no, you can't do that. How can we live where we are and come and start like this? Is not proper. Then instead of using that money to get an apartment, you just use it and get a land.
The luxurious bus we took got to Lafia in Nasarawa State. How it was late in the night, so I didn't even know what was going on. All we had was boom, and the car was rolling already. It fell off a cliff and bent. I had my whole world in that luxurious bus. My mom, my siblings, and me. So everyone was struggling. You know now how well loaded it's always when people are traveling. The whole bags will fall on you. Like the guy sitting next to me broke the window instantly. He was like, telling me to jump. How will I even start jumping when I have my mom down? My sister, I managed to like pass her from the window. That's our last born. My mom was down. See, she was shouting. She was like, Chine, where are you? I was like, Mom, I'm fine. She didn't even bother the fact that bags were on her, hips on her.
You know, as I'm speaking, I can still remember precisely how the whole thing transpired. You know, it doesn't sound like a most terrifying moment, but it was for me. After putting so much work on the whole thing, at the end of the day, not even a word, everything vanished. That's one. My second most terrifying moment was in secondary school. I was in SS1. Don't forget, I said I used to be a shrinking violet, extremely shy, and coupled with the fact that I attended a boys' secondary school, boys' boarding secondary school, so it kind of compounded, yes, my issue. You know, my interaction with ladies was really very funny because of my upbringing, because of the school I attended. It never really gave me time to relate with ladies.
In my own immediate family, that's my husband and kids. Sorry, guys. Okay, I thought maybe it was just like a family thing when it involves death. I've always seen films and the rest that when it involves death, every other issues just stay on the side. But I know a week before the third Sunday in January this year, I practically was going to become a widow, being left with 6 kids, and I involved the same perfect family and nobody turned up. Not my father, not my mom, that's perfect daddy and perfect mommy, nobody came up. I'm not a bad girl. I say the truth the way it is.
Went there to Ebony State. Morning and night I was crying. I couldn't call my mom to tell her what I was passing through. I went to a private school where everybody must stay in the hostel. And the people around me, they already, this kind of eyes. This one I've gone to do one bad thing. So when I got to Ebony State, I had to talk to my friend. I said, I have an issue. Though I've gone to different hospitals, different lab. So I told my best friend, I said, bestie, I want to kill myself. They're like, why? I said, I don't know what is wrong with me. I explained, said, that's not an issue. Tomorrow we'll go to the hospital. Went to Abakaliki Teaching Hospital. I was able to meet a gynecologist, spoke with him. They did all manner of tests and it was discovered to be Minojara. I got treated and my hormones, like it has to do with the hormonal imbalance. I got treated. The Minojara was so bad that all my money was going on sanitary pads. It's something like you use pad in less than 3 minutes, it's full. It was so bad. It was so bad that for the first time I held a sniper. I was ready to take it and just, like, I was bleeding for close to a month before I went to the hospital. It was really bad, like it was damn bad. So when the gynecologist said, it's not a serious issue, how old are you? I told him. He said, no, it's Minojara, it's not something bad. Gave me drugs, they treated me, and I came back.
Drinking water is a vital part of a working day, and having the right water source at work keeps you hydrated all day. That's why we at Seaway make our products with one of the best and latest technology in water purification across West Africa. As a corporate customer, you are guaranteed free quarterly Seaway dispenser machine servicing, supplies with Seaway new or clean bottles, and superb customer service care and support. At an affordable rate, you can place your order and begin to refreshingly work your way to a productive day.
Rush hour traffic, or a great spot to enjoy the view, a hot day, or a chance to get closer, the regular motions of work, or a moment for ingenuity and unexpected creativity. Because when you look, there's joy to be found anywhere, and joy will find you. Fan Milk.
Jim Speckle Travel Hub. It's your go-to travel service provider, any day, anytime. A travel service you can trust. We offer travel bookings, tour packages, hotel reservations, visa advisory, and lots more. We're located at plot 1041, Kuru Mohammed Avenue, Central Business District, Abuja. For more information, please call +234 802 849 9254 or +234 814 304 8726 or visit www.jimspeckletravelhub.com. Visit social media at Jim Speckle Travels. Jim Speckle Travel Hub. Your happiness is our pride.
The royalties then proceeded to know their fate in the final eviction.
Royal housemates. Royal housemates. Today is another eviction. Some persons will be leaving us today. If you hear your name, you're to stand. Vanny P, stand. Chi Praise, stand. Don Razi, stand. The three of you have done so well in the house. But one of you might be leaving us today.
Don Razi. Your journey in the royal house has to continue. You can sit. Vanity, your journey so far in the royal house has to continue. You can sit. Deep praise. Your journey in the royal house has to continue. You can sit.
If you hear your name, you are to stand. Wealth. Wistiano. Vina. Stand. You all have done so well in the royal house. being a duke, acquiring Saw in the royal mansion. You've done so well. And I believe General Mugato also sees and he knows you've done so well. But the game has to go on. All three standing. 2 persons might be leaving the house today. But General Mugato has the final say.
Vino, your journey in the royal house has to continue. You can sit. Cristiano, your journey is so far in the royal house has come to an end. Leave the royal house now. John Wells, your journey in the royal house has to continue. You can see.
If you hear your name, you're to stun. Helen, stunned. Unique Glow, stunned. Wildy, stunned. General Mugato has the final say.
Unique Glow, your journey so far in the royal house has to continue. You can see. Wielding, your journey in the royal house has to continue. You can sit. Helen, your journey so far in the royal house has to continue. You can sit.
If you hear your name, stunned. Fabulous Annie, stunned. Cena, stunned. V, stunned. You all have done marvelously well in the royal house. But this is a game. It must go on. You've been duck. You've been a duchess. You've expressed yourself through writing for the world to see. But this is a game. General Mugato, applaud each and every one of you for your journey so far. But today, some person's journey will end here and now. General Mugato has the final say.
V. Your journey in the royal house has to continue. You can sit. Sin. Your journey so far in the royal house has to come to an end. You can leave the royal house now. Fabulous end. Your journey in the royal house has to continue. You can sit. Congratulations, finalists. The eviction show is over. Farewell.
Royal reality, royal reality, this is reality, complete package say, royal reality, yelele ama. Open your eyes and tell me what you see. This is the talent deep inside of you and me. So let it out, it's time to let it show. Come on everybody, take my hand and let us go. Open your eyes and tell me what you see. There is a talent deep inside of you. Royal reality, royal reality, this is reality, complete package say, royal reality, yelele ama. Open your eyes and tell me what you see. This is a talent deep inside of you and me. So let it